What's up, guys? So today I'm posting my first workout footage. This was my leg day from earlier this week when I went to the gym. It's just called the gym. I went with Marcus and one of my good friends, Khan. So you'll see the first exercise I'm doing is low bar squat. I recently switched to low bar squat like maybe last month. So I'm still kind of screwing around with the form, but I think as of now, I think that my form is it's a lot better than it was with high bar squat. And I think the main issue for me with high bar squat was just that my femurs are really long and it's hard for me to get in good positions, just with my body mechanics. Yeah, prior to doing that was my first warm up set with 185, or sorry, that was my second or third warm up set. But prior to all that, I do a little bit of mobility work, just to make sure I can get proper hip mobility and everything. And then here you'll see this is my first working set with 225. And then yeah, that bar position, it's pretty important. So I spend a good few seconds placing that bar, trying to get it like kind of wedged in between my traps and rear delts. And then you'll see from this angle that low bar squat allows me to keep my chest up a lot better than high bar squat. So yeah, I like low bar squat quite a bit better. And one more thing is that normally I don't wear a shirt. I don't wear like a stringer or a tank top to the gym, but I noticed recently that it's kind of hard to low bar squat if your back starts sweating and then the bar starts slipping down. It's pretty much impossible to keep that bar where it's supposed to be, so wear a shirt if you low bar squat. And then this is my second working set with 275. And then this angle we'll be able to see when I get to the bottom of each rep. If you just look at the length from my knee to like the back of my hip, or like where my butt is, you can see that femur, the bone from my knee to my hip, is really, really long. And yeah, so that's not really a good thing for lifting weights or for bodybuilding. Makes everything pretty complicated. But yeah, so you'll see I hit just below parallel every rep, which I think is about as good as it gets for me. And then at the top of each rep, breathe in, hold that air in my stomach. If you don't know how to do that, it's called a Valsalva maneuver, and you can always look it up on YouTube. There's a bunch of good videos on that. And then right here, this is my third working set, 315. Probably only going for like three reps, I think. I think on the last rep of this set, I remember that I sort of started collapsing forward a little bit, so I might back off the weight next week or something. We'll see. But I mean, I don't want to drop weights because I don't want to feel like I'm getting weak or anything. But yeah, just whenever you're squatting, just try to make sure you maintain form and don't compromise any like safe positions just for the sake of lifting more weight. So yeah, right here you can see that third rep. Almost got forward a little bit, but I was able to still get it up. And then this last set, normally I don't do this last set right here. This is, I think, not necessarily a 1 rep max, but this was just a 1 rep set because it was pretty heavy. And I kind of YOLO'd it on this one just because, I was with a couple of my friends and we were at a good gym. Just thought, what the hell, just do it. Which is not smart, by the way. Don't do things like that. And I won't do this probably anytime in the future, and not anytime soon at least. But yeah, you'll see. This rep was not that great quality. I got forward a little bit. My knees collapsed inwards a little bit, and yeah, just not a good rep. So don't do that. And then moving on to the second exercise right here. This was my first working set of I guess you would call them Romanian deadlifts. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's just like stiff-legged deadlifts, but with a little bit of bending your knee. And I think that keeping your knee bent a little bit, it puts you in a safer position, makes it harder to get injured. Whereas like locking your knee out when you do these, it makes it a lot easier to tear that hamstring at the connection to the knee. So for me, I don't like doing that, and I don't think I would recommend it to most people. But yeah, just the form on this, just feel like you're driving through your heels, keep your weight as far back as you can, and as I'm going up with the weight, I like to feel like I'm sort of trying to externally rotate my knee, which for me helps to activate my glutes a little bit more. And then the main thing I think to focus on with Romanian deadlifts or stiff-legged deadlifts or anything for your hamstrings for that matter is a lot of people say that they feel these in their lower back, which is understandable because from the way that the motion looks, you would expect that it is your lower back, but it's not. So the way I try to focus on it is you don't want to arch your back, you don't want to curve it as well, but you want it to be pretty much flat in order to kind of, you want your spinal erectors to be tense, but you don't want your spinal erectors to be doing the movement for you. So keep your spinal erectors flat, and then try to imagine that feeling of shortening your hamstrings, because I mean your hamstrings are running along the back of your leg from your knee to your basically right underneath your glutes. So if you feel that, if you kind of imagine the fibers shortening on the back of your leg, you can kind of imagine how that would help you move the weight upwards for this exercise. So yeah, right here I think this was my second working set with 225. And then yeah, like I said earlier, you'll be able to see the kind of flat lower back. That's what you should be trying to go for. And right here, this is my third working set, 275. It's probably only be like 6 reps or something like that. And then I have one more set after this. And just so you know, when I do sets that are like really low reps, like anywhere between like 1 and 4 reps for a set, I'm not doing this because I think that I'm building a whole lot of muscle from these really heavy sets. I'm doing that during my cut because I think those heavier sets, they help me to kind of pinpoint where I am and am not losing strength. So they just thought I know, like when I start bulking again, where I need to start working real hard again. So like this set, for example, I think I only got like 3 or 4 reps. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just like a measure of strength. It's not necessarily gonna get me a whole lot of muscle growth or whatever. It's not gonna save me a lot of muscle while I'm cutting. So yeah, right here I'm doing machine calf raises, and normally after I finish my squats, I move on to barbell calf raises. But today was just kind of a weird day. So I ended up doing 6 sets here on the machine calf raises. Still progressive weight. So the first weight that I did 2 sets with that first weight, and then a second heavier weight I did 2 sets, and then the third heaviest weight I did 2 sets as well. So total of 6 sets, progressive weight. And then, you know, calf raises are pretty straightforward. Just control the movement. Don't like bounce up and down like you see a lot of people doing, and try to get full range if you can. And then I know that my calves are they're not that great. That's something that's always been the case for me, and I'm very aware of it. So I am trying to make them grow, but I mean, obviously I'm cutting right now, so I'm not going to get any bigger. But that will be one of the main focuses for me in my next off season. And then I think the next exercise after this is, well, let's see. Yeah, I think it's leg press. There we go, leg press. This is my first working set. So it's like, what, 360 pounds? Well, 4 plates. And that's another thing, guys. If you're tracking your progress in terms of weight, on exercises like leg press, if you're not doing it on the same machine all the time, it's going to be different just because of the angle and the way the machine's set up. Like, for example, this one was set up with wheels on the inside of that track right there, where I know a lot of them are set on like a sort of like a pole with bearings. So yeah, just take that into account. And I mean, weight on this is not a really good measure. And yeah, just make sure you get full range if you can, as full of a range as you can, and control the weight. So after I finished those leg presses, I did go on to do 3 sets of seated leg curls and then 3 sets of leg extensions as well. But I didn't film those just because I feel like those exercises are pretty straightforward and pretty much everybody knows how to do them. And also, I didn't want this video to be like 20 minutes long, so I actually cut out a lot of the footage that I had just for the sake of saving time. And I mean, this video isn't really instructional, it's just to give you guys an idea of what I'm doing at this point in my training. And obviously, since I'm cutting, my training is a little bit different than it's going to be like off season, but I'll try to give you guys some more footage when I go off season, I don't know, later in the year. But yeah, if you liked it, be sure to subscribe. And I just wanted to say, I've been getting a lot of support recently. A lot of people have been sharing my videos. I just want to say thank you to all you guys that are doing that. But let's not like just stop right there. I mean, let's keep it going, because I mean the whole idea is I'm not doing it just for like, I'm not doing this for just for myself, you know. I mean, it does help me to see like what I'm doing on video, like track my own progress, but my hope is that I'm inspiring people and that I'm able to help people with the information that I'm putting out. So I think it's great that you guys are supporting me, but if we can keep it going, just keep sharing the videos and stuff, and hopefully the channel will grow. But like I always say, thanks for watching. Be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.